Ready, set,
skip.
That's right. Down the street I watch Mom go. She's pretty old to skip, I know.
Oh no, yells Bumblebee. That scary monster is trying to get your dog. He needs our help right away.
Little sister picked the biggest pumpkin in the land. See, little sister?
You didn't pick the pumpkin up.
Reading to children at an early age is one of the key things that you can do to have them perform at higher levels later on in life.
It's just instilled, I think, an appreciation and a love for reading early on.
You know, when they're babies, they're getting books in the mail for you to just read to them.
Probably the week I got home from the hospital, I wanted to start getting her books coming in. Can you show me over the book?
Over.
And under?
Under.
That's right. She's only 3 years old. She can identify a lot of words already, and that's because of always reading books.
We have Officer Buckle and Gloria. The wild little horse. That's mine. Red, red, red. That's mine.
It's chaos. They don't really always, you know, get along, and they'll be pushing and screaming, but then the book will open and they tend to, you know.
Officer Buckle and Gloria. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in Napville.
Reading is just so important. They love it.
That's a ballerina, and I'm going to be a ballerina when I grow up.
I will give this flower to Mother Pig, he thought. The books that she likes a lot will read so much that she pretty much memorizes them, and she will sit by herself, unprompted, and read these books.
Gregory, big sister and I. And then after a while, they become to identify what exactly is going on. Yeah, 2 in 1. You know, when you're cooking or really busy doing something, you know, you can just hand them a book and they'll picture read to you, and they'll just be talking and you're like, yeah,
It has developed her imagination. We'll often truly find her sitting all by herself with a pile of books next to her and just reading.
It's really neat that it's available to everyone in the entire state. That's pretty impressive.
The Imagination Library program is unique here in Tennessee in that we have the Governor's Books from Birth Foundation that acts as the 50-50 match to all 95 sponsoring organizations, and we also provide a support mechanism to help them in their quest to get every child enrolled in their county. Although it was started right here in Sevier County in Tennessee by Dolly, Tennessee, as of yet, is the only state that has a statewide program. We made the program available to any child in the state from birth to age 5. The program does exist outside of Tennessee. As a matter of fact, it exists in various communities or cities or counties in other states. Last year, they started their program in Canada and then also in the UK. We now have 215,000 children enrolled across the state. I'm not sure who thought up that idea, but it has turned out to be a really significant and unique element.
It's wonderful to be able to receive books in the mail for children to read.
And for it to come in the mail, have their name on it.
Once that book finally comes in the mail and they know it's theirs, and they make their mom and dad sit right down at the mailbox and read.
What kid doesn't love getting a present in the mail?
They think they're getting the books directly from Dolly Parton, and it's kind of cute. And so they'll say, I got a new book from Dolly, I got a new book from Dolly. And I think it just means something coming to the house for them.
It's exciting to see because there's such a variety of books.
Every book has a special lesson to it.
So they see books as the reward.
That effect will last far beyond our lifetimes.
Middle school, high school, even into college age range, we have teachers and professors that say, you know, keep doing what you're doing. We see the difference.
I can spot the kids who were read to as children. I can spot the kids who grew up with books in their living room, and then I can spot the ones who didn't.
It just became just a pattern for us. It's just something that we got to do in our home.
The kid grows up, books are part of my normal life. That's just what I do. And when they get into kindergarten, that's just what I do. And in high school, it's just what I do. In college, library is just what I do. If you know how to read, the world is open to you. If you don't know how to read, everything is a struggle, and I mean everything. People like Dolly Parton are doing more in one day than I will do in the entirety of my career. Again, because you're reaching kids early. Dolly Parton comes up with a brilliant idea to say we must reach children early. I think that's what's so beautiful about it. That the rest of the state is wise enough to say she's right and we're on board. Go back to that favorite book at bedtime. Go back to that moment when a family member or a parent sat down with you. Remember the wonderful feeling at the end of the day right before you went to bed, tracing along with your favorite story. Remember the warmth, the connection you had with your family. Remember how much you looked forward to it. Then imagine a life that doesn't have that. And know that that life exists for far too many children in Tennessee. And you can do something about it.
Yeah, I took advantage of it, you know, in having children, and I knew it would benefit my children in the long run.
And once she gets into school and inevitably will be asked to read out loud in front of the class, I don't think she'll have a problem with that because she started so early.
They develop a love for learning. They develop a passion for books. Their best part of their day is when they sit on their parents' lap and they get to hear their favorite words, and then they get to trace their favorite words, and then they get to read their favorite words, and it's so empowering.
You know, it keeps the family a little bit more bonded, you know, when we have our time. It's like one of the things out of the day after a hard day and everything, we just take time to just come together. We all be lapped up on each other, and my son will be on this, and then my baby girl will be all up under my arm and stuff. But it's a special moment. It's a beautiful moment for us.
When a 3-year-old runs off and they're too quiet, you kind of get worried, and I usually find her in her bedroom reading a book.
So thank you.
Whatever you're doing, I will support it, because you make my job ultimately, eventually, so much easier.